Hey, it's Tracy Taylor from the Hawk Morning Show with another web exclusive interview. Now, yesterday, the WWE was in town at the arena in Binghamton. So this is pretty cool that I get to speak with Chris Jericho today. He's a 6-time WWE champion, musician, comedy writer, podcaster, and of course, one-time Dancing with the Stars contestant. He's also the author of 3 books, and the latest is called The Best in the World, at what I have no idea. And I've got Chris on the phone right now. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Now, you've had a couple of ups and downs in your life. With this book, The Best in the World, at what I have no idea, do you go into depth with that? Do you reveal those ups and downs?
Well, I mean, it's the third autobiography that I've written, so it's third of a trilogy. It's my Return of the Jedi. And if you've read my other books, it's more of the same. That's why I like having a little bit of put a little bit of a humor in the titles to all my books. You know, The Best in the World, at what I have no idea. Kind of letting people know what they're going to be reading, knowing there's going to be a little bit of a wink, nudge, side to it. Have some fun with it. I never take myself too seriously, nor can you when you've been doing this as long as I have, 24 years in show business. And I like to, use myself as the comic foil in a lot of these stories because I know I'm not going to sue myself and I know I'm not going to hurt myself's feelings. So I'm always a good target, and I think that makes the books a lot more personal. And there is a lot of great stories and a couple downs too, but it's honest, and that's all you can ask for when you write a book.
So when you're in the process of writing about yourself, do you keep notes along the way so that you can put them into your next book?
They're more mental notes than anything, It's like I always think, and I have since I wrote the first book back in 2007, like when these things are happening, good, bad, incredible, fantastic, sucks, it's, no matter what the emotion is, I'm always in the back of my head thinking, this is going to make a really good story in my next book. And that's kind of how I view everything now since I became a quote-unquote writer. So I don't really take notes, per se, in a journal. I take mental notes. And then when it's time to do the book, then I start writing things down, ideas, thoughts, stories, memories. And no matter what, how long you work on the book, it takes the better part of a year to do the book. There's still always things that I forget, and I'm like, oh, man, I can't believe I didn't put that in there. Or I can't believe that didn't get put in there. So, and that's why, I'll put them aside for the next book. And that's why I think there's always books in the works, because every day of my life something interesting happens that I can write about.
Now, where does it pick up in your life?
It picks up right where the second book, Undisputed, left off, and that's in 2007, and goes all the way to the beginning of 2013. And I kind of plan it that way. Like, what's a monumental thing to end this book on? And I made a return to the Royal Rumble. It was a big surprise that nobody knew, and it was kind of one of the career highlights for Chris Jericho. And it was the perfect way to end this book. But, that's why I'm saying it's a trilogy. If to get the full experience, you read all 3 of them. And I think the fullest experience was to read them, when they came out, because I get a lot of people that I meet at book signings and stuff. Like, I've read the first 2 books, or I've met you 3 times at each signing, and it's like that's the way it was kind of meant. It is like a movie. Book 1 was 2007, book 2 was 2011, book 3 is now 2014. So it's kind of I think a lot of people are growing up with these books. I mean, it's been 7 years now of reading these stories, so that's a cool connection to have with a lot of my fans.
You've got a whole bunch of really awesome stories in this book. Can you name drop maybe a little bit about the celebrities that we're going to be reading about?
All these are guys that I worked with and had experiences with, and whether it's Mike Tyson or Larry King or Kristen Wiig or, Mickey Rourke, James Hetfield, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a very random collection of people, because that's the way my career seems to go. One day I'm doing, a bit with Joe Perry, and then the other day I've got Lorne Michaels to hang out with doing some stuff. You know what I mean? It's just very, very diverse collection of guys and girls that I've been in contact with. Well, once again, makes for some great writing and some great stories. I mean, not a lot of people can tell a story about how they were in the ring, got knocked out by Mike Tyson, but I can.
The latest book from Chris Jericho is called The Best in the World, at what? I have no idea. Thanks for spending some time with me today, Chris.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.